This year, when we were selecting a car, we chose the Dodge Viper. The reason behind that was that we were looking for a car that was a difficult car to install on. The car is very round, lots of curves, very few straight lines to follow, and the car color was red. So wrapping a red car means you've got to make sure every square inch of that car is covered in vinyl, or you will see it. So there's no cheating you can do to hide anything on this car. Everything's got to be done at top level. We wanted the design feel to look a little classic, but also a little modern, to try to marry those two to see if we could find a design that works really well with the Viper and complements the car. When we were designing it, we wanted to implement elements of a Viper. So throughout the car, we have snake patterns, we have layers of embossing at snake skin that goes from the front of the car all the way through the back. It's a tiered embossing. How we did it was we have in the center of the snake skin that goes through the car, there is 3 layers stacked high of vinyl. And the further you get away from the center of the pattern, we go down to 2 layers and then down to 1 layer. So it almost looks like the snake skin kind of fades out into the car, which is a really cool finished look. We have a bunch of different Avery products that we've used on this car for very specific reasons. The first layer that we used was the embossing layers on the car, which we used diamond white for, which we then laminated with a DOL Max to give it more thickness. So we have 3 layers of that at its highest point on the embossing layer. Next, we laid down a base layer of printed diamond white. We then went over the car with Conform chrome. That Conform chrome we printed and laminated with 60/40 sparkle laminate, which gave that finish an absolute stunning look in daylight. With the door jambs, we came up with a very cool Viper pattern, and this car has a nickname, and that nickname is Sneaky Pete. And we wanted to make sure that Sneaky Pete was in the design, hidden all throughout the car. So you will see Sneaky Pete in the door jambs, you will see him in the tail lights, you'll see him on the gas cap in different shapes and different forms as just kind of a cool little feature we wanted to put into the car for those who really love the Viper. So on the door jambs, what we did is we, again, printed on chrome and then laminated with 60/40 sparkle laminate, which gives a really cool wow factor when you open the doors and you go to step into the car and you see these really cool snake patterns going through the jamb. So we did a few fun things with the lights. Starting with the fog lights, we wanted to wrap those yellow, and to do that, we took the DOL Max product again, printed yellow, and then laminated it again with DOL Max again to give the ink protection, which gave the fog lights a really cool look. Those tail lights are just big and red. One thing we wanted to do to dress them up a little bit, which became more common in the later generations of the Dodge Viper, is we wanted to give the outside bead of the tail lights a black bead, and then have it followed inside with another black bead, which we used SW900 black to do. And then inside of that, we then used frosting. And on the frosting, we printed, again, Sneaky Pete throughout that as a pattern. Another really prominent feature in the Gen 2 Dodge Vipers is the gas cap. And we wanted to do something really kind of unique with that. We laminated chrome with luster laminate and then embossed Sneaky Pete underneath the wrap to give it this really cool, shiny, but somewhat muted finish.